Alrighty guys, got a really quick video today, and I'm just going to go ahead and apologize for any lack of video quality or anything, because I'm shooting this on my phone, just because I want to make this really fast, and I don't want to take the time to put it on my camera and all of that, and go through long editing. So this is going to be completely unedited, just one take, one go, unboxing of, well, unpackaging, I guess, and taking out of the box in there, of the Knafs banter, or Knafs, not banter. Shoot, that one already came out. The Knafs Lander, Knafs Lander pocket knife. I backed this on Kickstarter several months ago, and it arrived in the mail a couple days ago. It was either yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. Look at that. It came with some kind of, I guess that's a patch. It's got like the lander, with the lander coming out of it. I don't know, fun little thing there. I don't know if we can see. Yeah, there we go. I did already open up the package because it shipped to my parents' house, and I kind of wanted to show it to them while I was there. I was just visiting. But anyway, there's this whole little thing that it comes wrapped in. I'm not going to take the time to read this on camera just for y'all, for the sake of time and making the video short, but I'm sure this is awesome, and I will definitely read that later and all of that. All right, the Knafs Lander. Oh, okay, I cut open this one side, but not the other side. So I'm just gonna open it like that. Comes in a nice box, which I'll be keeping because it's nice and compact. It's nice when the box is not way more gigantic than the knife, so that you can just have it as a nice little case. And here she is. Beautiful, beautiful little guy. And as you can see, this knife is kind of, in a way, the perfect all-rounder, and that's kind of what intrigued me. All-rounder, like, budget knife, I guess. And what do we have here? We have a liner lock. We have kind of basic drop point blade. This one particularly has some belly to it, so I think that's going to make it nice for some kind of draw cuts, and you're gonna have some belly to like press into things without necessarily dragging the tip through, although it does still have a pretty nice tip, so that's going to be nice for a decent variety of cutting tasks. It's not going to be great for, say, like removing splinters or something where you need a pointy tip. Not going to be great to stab someone with, but I wouldn't recommend doing that with a liner lock anyway, or a folding knife for that matter. Anyway, also the size I think is really intriguing. What I was thinking about on my way driving over here was this guy is the perfect kind of size between like a full-size bug out and a mini bug out. Let me grab my knife shelf really quick for some size comparisons. This is just unboxing, by the way. This is not a review. I will do a review of this knife, I'm sure, at some point. But this is just kind of first impressions, unboxing. I'm sure I'll have that in the title. Here is a Civivi Baby Banter, for example. This would be a pretty small knife that most people would know. Here is Spyderco Smock with a pocket clip that I bent the mess out of. I haven't been this back into shape or been carrying this at all lately, simply because I wanted to talk about the pocket clip, and I didn't want to bend it back until I had given that video, and I just haven't had time to upload videos lately. Where is something that we all know? Oh, 1 second. Spyderco PM2, cool. I have a pair of 3 somewhere, but I'm not going to find it. Well, I'm not going to go looking for it. As you can see, big knife, small knife. This is definitely more towards the small knife territory, but as you can see, It has some good blade length on it. Definitely a lot more than the Baby Banter, and not as much as the PM2, but the PM2 is a very large knife. When you look at their handles in comparison, that's a lot extra that you're carrying in your pocket, like real estate wise. If we kind of look at closed lengths, um, this is looking very comparable to the Baby Banter and looking a whole lot smaller than the PM2 in pocket, which is just intriguing. And it comes standard with a deep carry flush mounted flush screw pocket clip, which is just nice. Yeah, so this is just an intriguing all-round option. I think I'm gonna need to double check. I might. Oh shoot, I'm not gonna be able to drop this. I'll put it in the description, the price that these are going for. I think I saw they're coming out on Blade HQ soon. I think it's in like that $50-ish price range. And also, I can't remember if this is Nitro V or what does it say on there? D2. Okay, D2. Yeah. So pretty good. D2 you kind of expect with stuff that isn't made in the USA. You expect for it to be in that kind of $40, $50, $60 price range, depending on I don't know, like what the design is and the size and all of that. Unless, of course, you're Benchmade and you want to charge $200 for it. I wish I were joking. I don't know. What do they charge for D2 now? They had some knife that came out recently. What, $150? $109? I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole nother discussion. But this is kind of a compelling piece for the price range. I would say, yeah, this is probably competing most with stuff like probably the Civivi Elementum. I think is a very similar size. I think this has better. I personally get a slightly better grip on it. It does have kind of a weird pointy bit here where I can't really rest my pinky. I guess you're supposed to kind of put like it's supposed to go between those fingers in a way like that, which kind of works. I don't know. It's 3.5, 4 finger grip, 4 fingers if you squish them all together. But honestly, most of the time when you're like cutting stuff, you're just kind of like pulling the knife out of your pocket and like holding it like this or something. There's very little time where you're actually like really grabbing on the knife to use it. A couple other first impression things. Are we still recording? We are. Yes. Feels pretty sharp out of the box. I don't know. Yeah, it feels like a good edge. And it looks pretty even. Fit and finish is good for that price range. I know this. I don't know if it would make any difference. It being a. I don't know if we're in focus here. It being like a Kickstarter knife as opposed to like ordering it production from somewhere. But yeah, everything looks good. This is very flush. The screws feel perfectly flush. Pocket clip looks good. I don't see any scratches or anything. Yeah, these look really good. And yeah, the action. I was very surprised by the action. I did get to briefly handle one of these when I met Ben at Blade Show. And I like legitimately I know what an assisted knife is. I have some weird actually I don't have any assisted knives right now, but I know what that feels like, and I also know what a good detent feels like. And I was like, is that assisted? That feels kind of assisted because the action was so good. Very comparable to some like really good Civivis that I've handled. Yeah, comparable to some Spydercos. Very good, especially for the price. So I don't know. We'll definitely have to see how this carries and what I notice about it that it's annoying. Um, I mean, like what I would guess are, I mean, it's a liner lock, so obviously you're not like getting all of the beautiful benefits of having a full on compression lock and that sort of thing as I fail a Spidey flick. Um, yeah, and uh, it's just not. I don't know. It's not as expensive as I don't know. You're not getting like S30V or like premium steel and premium materials. It's not a full titanium frame lock kind of thing going on, but it doesn't need to be, and it's not trying to be. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling here. Uh, but yeah, I think it's going to be a great option. As far as like downsides, um, the only thing that I'm noticing that might be annoying for me is there is a little bit of a cutout on this right scale to be able to get your finger in here to disengage the liner lock, but it's not easy to do. You get like the very edge of your thumb in there to disengage it, and it disengages, but it's not easy. And the liner lockup is good, uh, nice and early, close to 50%, 40 something in there. Um, anyway, the liner I guess is a little thin, but it kind of needs to be um, to keep this whole profile thin. Um, yeah, overall, I think this is going to be a really good, compelling budget option. Um, I feel like we haven't seen just a fantastic all around budget knife other than some Civivis. And I feel like there are a lot of, like, I don't know, there are a lot of compelling Civivis, especially with some of the button lock ones that we've seen recently. But if you're just looking for like a very basic D2 liner lock, I feel like most of them have some kind of weird, um, I don't know, quirk that makes them interesting and like you could carry it, but it's uh, for a specific kind of person. But this just seems like a great all rounder. I feel like for a long time we've all been carrying like Ontario rats. Uh, and in a way, this is a lot like, I don't know, just a more updated Ontario Rat 2 um, without some of the, I don't know. I don't think the Ontario Rat is the most efficient knife space wise, just considering how big the handle is and some of the weirdness of it. I can't really point that out without having one in front of me that well. But we just loved the Ontario Rats because they were so cheap, but they still delivered in the areas where it mattered quality wise. That yeah, I do feel like this is kind of like a nicer, I don't know, just like barely a step up from that and just updated with things we like nice and deep carry pocket clip. That's just about perfect for a pocket clip. Um, Thick enough. We'll see how it comes in and out of the pocket. Oh, and I can see there's some like milling in the liners, nested liners. They've gotten a lot of details right with this. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great little knife. But only time will tell, I suppose. Yeah, so all around first impressions, and this is interesting because there have been some times where I've been like, "Oh, dude, this is the most incredible knife," like, and just glowing first impressions, and then I find out things later about it, and I'm like, "Eh." uh, I don't know. So we'll see. First impressions for me are, I think, just seems like a great all around small budget knife, and I think that's what you got to keep in mind. Um, it's not trying to be premium. It's not trying to have the, I don't know, molded around the human handness of the Spyderco PM2. But I think there's a lot of drawbacks of having something that is trying to be as ergonomic as this. I think this is just ergonomic in the like just convenient things a knife should do in like a basic way, but in just a smart and minimal way. I think in some ways that might be better and just more practical. So yeah, I'm gonna carry this guy for a little while and we'll see how it does. There's my shot at having a YouTube video in one shot, one take, and hopefully I wasn't too rambly. I know I was in some ways, but I just wanted to get this guy on the table and kind of give people a look at it right after it showed up to hopefully beat some of the the crowd to reviewing this guy. So yeah, there it is, the Knafs Lander. Also, now that I think about it, is this the first knife that like is Knafs brand? It's not technically like We or Civivi, is it? I was just thinking about that. I suppose, yeah, Knafs, there it is, as opposed to like Civivi or something. I don't know. So in a way, that's kind of cool. Is that like it isn't just like Ben designing a knife for someone else. It's like kind of his own thing. Yeah, I don't know. Cool thing. Yeah, there it is.